सर लेक्चर रेकॉर्ड करा.
Yes, 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 right. You're right. We are going to record it. Don't worry, kids. Can you see the on your mobile screen at the left upper left hand recording the particular logo is there? Is it there? Okay. Can you hear me all? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Please give me answer. Even I'm asking you some questions as online about the implicit in Java, that is narrowing and widening of our data types. So we are assigning the larger type to smaller type or smaller type to larger data type. That is the explicit in cast. So the explicit where we can convert the larger type, that is the double is a larger type, and we are casting it towards the very short in the sense up to byte. So that is called as a narrowing. Okay. Let us start with the classes and objects. So Java is the object-oriented programming language. Everything in Java is particularly associated with classes and objects. We know the class, we know the objects. In our last session, also I asked some questions about the classes and objects. We know that the classes, the concept of classes and concept of objects. So along with the classes and objects, we have to consider the attributes and methods also. So for example, in real life, we know that the car is an object and the car has some attributes. For example, the weight, the color, the make is also the attribute. Make in the sense whether this car from manufactured Maruti may be manufactured from Hyundai, may be manufactured from Toyota. That is some attribute. So maybe car has different attributes, weight and color, and the engine size, the diggy size, the height, weight, the particularly length and breadth also. And how we can say the methods which we can say such as drive and brake, these are the methods. But how you are driving car? For example, you are driving the car in first gear. So that is one of the methods. If you are moving to second gear, then it is another method. If you are moving to next, third, fourth, fifth, maybe some cars are having 6 gears. So there are different methods that in every method, the car speed is going to increase. And also we are applying the brake with this car. We are driving the car by using steering, isn't it? So these have different methods, maybe how you are going to drive. For example, even you are driving the car from the backward direction, like this, you are in reverse. So that is also one of the methods. The brake you are using the brake, you are using the clutch by using this car. So you are driving the car towards the forward direction. That is one of the method. If you are driving that car in backward direction, that is also another method. And you are applying the brake. You are applying some other parts also. For example, moving the car, uh, by the driving methods, and you are using some of the glasses. You are making this glass. Uh, that is the window of our car for upward direction, maybe in downward direction. So those are the methods. See, every object has also attribute and also methods. And a class may have the different objects. Car is one of the class. There are different types of car. For example, one car we can see that the nano car is having a different attributes. Maybe it's weight, it is a lightweight vehicle. It has a different color. It has a different height, different length, breadth. Maybe driving obstacles, driving things are different. And the inside, how many people we can sit in the car, that is also different. So those are the attributes of that object, that is the car. If we say one of the objects we are using in our classroom, that is the chalk and duster. Chalk and duster are also having different objects. For example, if we consider the chalk, so chalk has a different height. Chalk has a one color, that is a white color. Some chalks are yellow, some chalks are blue, maybe green or anything. But chalk has writing style is different, that is the method. Somebody writes in Marathi, somebody writes in English, somebody writes in Kannada, somebody writes by using that chalk, that is the different methods. But what are the attributes? The color of that chalk is different. So that is the attribute. Height of that chalk is different. The particularly circumference of that object, that is the chalk, it is also different. So the making of that chalk, that is the different companies are making that particular chalk. So duster is also having different attributes. So if we say that there are many objects, maybe in the life, in the real life, in the world, there are crores of objects. Anything, if we are considering anything, that is object. And we are going to guess that object, what is that object, and how we can tackle with that object, how we can use that object in our real life. For example, if we consider the tree has different things. Maybe it has a stem, it has leaves, it has some flowers. So all these things are objects of any tree, and the roots are different things. So how they are gaining the methods, that is how it is growing, it is one of the methods. So anyhow, there are so many objects in the world. If you consider that you are using the mobile has different weight, different color, different size. The screen size is different, make is different. For example, make is Samsung, make is Micromax, make is Vivo, make is Oppo, something, many companies are there. And how you are using that operating systems are different. The method of hearing from your mobile is also different. So those all objects, the mobile is an object. There are front cameras, there are back cameras, rear cameras, using the megapixel are different. See, these are the attributes of that object, and how you are using that, that is the methods, how you are using that. So methods, that is, for example, you are using the car to drive and using the brakes are the methods. So class is a class and objects has different attributes and methods. So if we consider the class is like an object constructor, or we can say blueprint for creating objects. This is a particularly a base for creating objects. So how to create the class? To create a class, you can use the keyword class. We can use the keyword class. On the screen, you can see here at the last how to create a class. A class can be created using keyword class. Create a class named main with a variable x. So for example, here we have declared a class main. So the name of that class is a main. The keyword class, the keyword public, this is a modifier. You can use the public, you can use the private, or anything may be shared or etc. But many times we are using the public as a class modifier. That how the class can be used publicly in many another classes or in another program. So this is main class. Class is a keyword. Here it is written in middle of that, and public. Why it is public? Because the main can be used publicly. Okay. So inside that class, I have declared integer x is equal to 5. So integer x is equal to 5. That is the variable x is declared inside the main class. So the name of this class is main. We are using the keyword class. We are using the public as a modifier. And in that main class, we declared x is equal to 5, which is having the integer value 5. Okay. So that is how to create a class. That is a very simple thing, that how we can create the class in Java. Okay, let us see the next. How to create an object. For example, in Java, an object is created from a class. So if class is defined, we can create the object from the class. We have already created the class name, for example, my class. So now we can use this to create the objects. To create an object of my class, specify the class name, followed by an object name, and use the keyword new. We have to use the keyword new. So anyway, if you are using this in Java, you are declaring class in Java, you are declaring class in C#, the new keyword is used. Okay. So create an object called my object and print the value of x, for example. See here. See here, the public class main, which is a main program. The class is declared. The class is declared. The name of that class is main. This class is a public class. How we can say that? Public is a modifier and it can be used in any way in another program or in another class. Now, this class is from this brass, first brass to last brass. So integer x is equal to 5, we have declared class, and then public static void main string args, that is our another program main written inside that main class, and inside that the main class has a my object, that is the object which is created by using the keyword new and the class name main. Okay, so this is very important statement. Main my object is equal to new main. So we have created my object, okay, and we printed that my object on the screen, that is system.out.println in bracket my object dot x. So dot x in the sense, so object is created and the value of x 5 will be get displayed. Okay, so this how we can create the object by using the class that we have seen. Another thing that we have to use the methods in Java. We know that in our example of car has attributes, that is red, color, the make, these are attributes. But we are using the methods also. How you are going to drive the car. That is the, in Java also we are using the methods. So what is this method? A Java method is a collection of statements that are grouped together to perform an operation. So this is very important thing. Java method is a collection of statements that are grouped together to perform a particular operation. So for example, if we are using the, in real life, we are using the car, the operation is, that is you are driving that car. So while driving of your car, you are using the steering, you are using the clutch, you are using the brake, you are using the gear. So those are the different collection of statements, isn't it? And we can group that operations together, and at a time we are using these operations. So when we stop your mind with your mind. When you call the system.out.println method, for example, the system actually executes several statements in order to display a message on the console. Console in the sense monitor. On the monitor, you can display the message. So if you can call any method, for example, system.out.println method that will display a particular message which is written inside the bracket, inside the parenthesis. Now you will learn how to create your own methods with or without return values, invoke the methods, and without parameters, how to apply methods abstraction in the program design. So this is particularly how we can create a method. This is the syntax at the right hand side. You can see this syntax of how to create a method. So you can just see how to create a method. Public, static, integer. You can use the method name, and inside the inside the parenthesis you can use the parameter, and the particularly method body is created after your declaration. Okay, so body. So here you can say public static is a modifier. So this is public. We can say this method is used in somewhere other, in other programs, in other classes also. But it is a static, that is a fixed, it has some fixed value. Integer, it is a return type. So data type of method, that is the integer. Method name, that is the name of method you can specify. Okay. Then A, B, those are the parameters. A and B, which is written at the in the parenthesis. Integer A, integer B, which are the list of parameters. So as we have seen these list of parameters, to the formal parameters and active parameters should match in number, should match in data type, should match in their particular declaration. So in any of declaration, for example, you are declaring these parameters in integer. So the parameters should be in particular order. The order should be corrected. Okay. So this how we can create the method. Okay. See here, this is the syntax of particular method we have seen. This is a modifier, public static. In earlier slide, we have shown this modifier, public static. Return type is integer. Name of method we have specified. Name of method is specified, and parameter list, that is integer A, comma integer B. And in the process, we can use the method body. So what the syntax shows here, the modifier, it defines the access type of the method, and it is optional to use. So in some methods, it is optional. Modifier is optional. Maybe you are using the public, you are using the private. So if you are not specifying anything, that is also, it will be okay. That is optional. Return type, method may return a particular value, maybe integer, maybe float, maybe double, maybe character, maybe string, any type. So this is a return type. Name of method, we can specify the method name. So method name, the method signature consists of method and parameter list. The parameter list, the list of parameters, it has the different type, order, and number of parameters. Number of parameters should match from actual and formal parameters. So these are optional. Methods may contain 0 parameters. So method may contain 0 parameters. Maybe in the parameter list, if there will be no any parameter, that is also okay. It is optional. Okay. So method body, this method body defines what the method does with that statements. So in method body, we can use the number of statements, and that will define method body and how it works. The function of that method will work inside this parenthesis. So that is the Java method. Okay. Next is a Java static keyword. So we are using the public static in our method. The static is a very important keyword. So which is used for memory management. Mainly it is used for memory management. So we can apply static keyword with any variable, methods, block, and nested classes. The static keyword belongs to the class than an instance of the class. So instead of writing a static object, we can create the static class. So that is the particularly static class. You can use this static class. So the static class can be used. This keyword is used to apply this on the variables, maybe apply on the methods or blocks or nested classes. So this is a particularly static class. The static can be variable, method, block, or nested class. So variable, we can say, also known as the class variable. Method, also known as the class method. Okay. In the block, in the nested class, also we can use the static keyword. Here it is shown in the figure. Static Java static. So it may be from the variables, from the methods, block, methods, nested class, etc. Okay. So these are four different things we can clearly mention, that how we can use this static. So we can apply the static in Java for purpose of memory management. See, keep in mind, static keyword in Java is used for memory management. This is very important thing. So keep this with this. Just I will make this one thing. Memory management, very important. Okay. Okay. Keep in mind that static keyword is used in Java for only the memory management mainly. The main purpose of using the static keyword is memory management. So this can be applied, static keyword apply on the variables, methods, blocks, and nested classes. So the static class belongs to the class that an instance of the class. So variable, static can be variables, static can be methods, static can be block, static can be nested class. Okay. So that is also important things we can consider about the static keyword. See here, static, for example, first is a static variable, Java static variable. Annotations we just are clearing. Okay. If you are declare any variable as a static, it is known as a static variable. A static variable can be used to refer to the common property of all objects, which is not unique for each object. For example, the company name of employee, the company name of employee, college name of the student, those are having different things. The properties are different. The static variables are different. So name of company, name of employee, college name, and the student name, those are different things. So we can use to refer the common property of all objects. The static variable gets memory only once in the class area at the time of the class loading. So static variable gets memory only once in the class area at the time of the class loading. And the advantages of static variable, it makes your program more efficient, memory efficient. It saves memory. Particularly if you are using the static variable, it will save your memory. So how we can say that static we are using the variable for is used for memory management. So memory efficient variable is a static variable. Understanding the problem without static variable. So understanding problem without static variable is an advantage. Second, Java static methods. If you are applying static keyword with any method, it is known as static method. If you are apply static keyword without any method, with any method, it is known as static method. A static method belongs to the class rather than object of a class. So most of the static methods, it will belong to the class rather than object. So we are not referring the object, we are referring the class by using the static as a variable or static as a method. Static method can be invoked without the need of creating an instance of a class. So static method can be invoked without the need of creating an instance of a class. So static method can be invoked. So anyhow, if you are not using the instance, that is the object, also static method can be invoked. The static method can access static data members and can change the value of it. So it can be accessed, the static method can be accessed by static data members and can change the value. So what are the restrictions for the static method? Restrictions, there are too many restrictions for the static method. They are: the static method cannot be used non-static data members or call non-static method directly. So we are not using non-static data members, or you cannot call the non-static method directly. Okay, so this and super cannot be used in static context. This and super, these two keywords, we are just moving towards this and super keyword in our Java programming. So this cannot be used in static context in the sense. So these are the particularly using the Java static method. The next. Third is a Java static block. So it is used to initialize the static data member and it is executed before the main method at the time of class loading. So those static block which is used to initialize the static data members. So if you are using the static data members, that can be used in static block and it can be executed before the main method at the time of class loading. Okay, so that is the static block. Next is a super keyword in Java. Super keyword. The super keyword in Java is a reference variable which is used to refer immediate path. So this is very important. Again, just I will annotate. This is very important. Immediate parent class object. So this super keyword is used to refer immediate parent class object. Very important. And whenever you create the instance of the subclass, an instance of a parent class is created implicitly, which is referred by the super reference variable. Super reference variable. So if you are creating the instance of a subclass, if you that subclass is inside the parent class, and that will be created implicitly in the sense that internally, so that will be used super to invoke the attributes of super class, that will be done by using super keyword. So that is also very important thing. So super use of super keyword. How we can use this super keyword? Super can be used to refer immediate parent class instance variable. Super can be used to invoke immediate parent class method. Super can be used to invoke immediate parent class constructor. So that is also invoked. Okay. So here we can just stop here. But before stopping of our lecture, just take the screenshot of your present